Happy day 9, mother humpers. All right, y'all. How's it going? I have to tell you. Day 8, I really shit the bed. I did not do it. I didn't do it. I just didn't do it. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't sprinkle one damn thing. I didn't give thanks. I did give thanks when I was drinking my water. But every time I ate, I just completely blacked out. So I'm going to try to do it today. And, yeah, I'm going to try. It's all we can do, right? It's all we can do. And the weird thing is, I said I was going to make my whole family say grace, and then we didn't even do it. Whatever. Okay, by the way, there's a football game going on downstairs, so apparently it's a big deal. Of course, I just go and hide upstairs and do my mindset work and all the things that I love to do anytime football's going on, so gives me lots of opportunities to have alone time, which I love. I just don't, unless my sons are playing in the game, I'm not interested at all, ever. So anyway, okay, so I'm up here. So if you hear a little background noise, that's what it is. Probably a lot of screaming and football stuff happening. So anyway, I did not do it yesterday, but I'm going to do it today. In fact, when I went to go record this, it's nighttime. So I usually record during the day, and I got so busy working today on a million different things. And then my finger was really not doing great. And so I had to go to the doctor and bleh. Anyway, it's all good. It's all fine. It's just healing. And it's just, I just want to be like back to normal, and I'm not. And that's okay. Again, I am understanding my limitations, and I just need to get over it and roll with it. I don't know why I fight so hard against resting. There's got to be something there. I'm sure a therapist would have a field day with that. But basically, yeah, so it's all good. It's all good, though. I'm fine. Not going to have to cut it off today, which is good. So today, let's get into the money magnet. I love this one. Do I say this about every single one? Probably. But I feel like every day, I just get a little more happy. I get a little more relaxed. I get a little more grateful, obviously. And yeah, I just feel like things are just a little bit easier than they were 9 days ago. Definitely a lot easier than they were 9 days ago. Okay, let's just giddy up, shall we? Okay, the money magnet. It is only with gratitude that life becomes rich. Isn't that the truth? Gratitude is riches and complaint is poverty. It's the golden rule of your whole life, whether it's your health, job, relationships, or money. The more grateful you can be for the money you have, even if you don't have very much, the more riches you will receive. And the more you complain about money, the poorer you will become. Today's magical practice turns one of the biggest reasons people complain about money into an act of gratitude. And so it has double the power to change the circumstances of your money. You'll be replacing a complaint, which makes you poorer, with gratitude, which magically brings you riches. Most people wouldn't think they complain about money, but when there's a lack of money in their life, they are complaining without realizing it. Of course they are. I mean, come on, Rhonda. Like, that's just human nature. If you're freaking out because you're not going to have enough money to pay your bills, you just might complain. I think that this is a little unrealistic. I'm sorry. That's Debbie Downer of me. But it's true. I just don't think that you can, anyway, we'll see. Let's carry on. Complaining happens through people's thoughts as well as their words. And most people aren't aware of the many thoughts in their heads. Any complaining, negative, jealous, or worried thoughts or words about money are literally creating poverty. And of course, the biggest complaints come when money has to be paid out. Okay, well, I will say this. I said this to my mom the other day on the phone, and then she was like, "You're crazy." But I say this in my mind all the time. Like whenever I'm paying a bill, let's say I'm at a restaurant, And, oh, this was a funny thing we were just talking about on vacation, one of our trips that we took. We're talking about how you go pick up food and they try to sneak a tip on there. Now, do not tell Scott Elkman. But every time I get that, I think that's a great opportunity for me to tip, because I feel like if I want to be a wealthy woman, then I need to tip like a wealthy woman. And wealthy women do not just say, they don't deserve a tip. Like, so I always tip, and I tip 20%. Like, I'm not going to lie. I go all out, because I feel like that is good juju that comes back to me. I always tip. Even if it's like I'm picking up food at Ozona or Chop Shop or wherever, I always tip. Because you know what? I was a waitress all through high school, all through college. And man, that shit is not easy. And if you think it is, then go wait a table. My husband has never waited a table. He doesn't understand. And he would say, oh, well, they make more than, teachers or whatever. Well, then the teachers should go be waitresses. It's kind of like when people say, oh, realtors make so much money in commissions, it's not fair. Well, then go get your real estate license. Like, stop complaining and do something about it. That's why I got mine. I mean, we got tired of paying people to sell Scott's houses. So I said, I'll go do it. And by golly, I do it. And I get my 3%. And I earn every fucking penny of it. So don't give me that. All right. Woo. Got a little fired up there. Anyway, the point is, I always tip. Always. I tip even when I shouldn't tip. I tip because I think that is good vibes, y'all. It's good vibes. And I remember one time back in 2021 or 2020 when I had a really good year, like my first really big year, and I was feeling really wealthy womanish. We went to somewhere, Emma and I, and we were in the parking lot, and this homeless man came up to me, and I was getting in the car, and he walked up to the car, and he was so cute, and I felt so bad for him, so I gave him, I can't even believe I'm admitting this, but I gave him a $100 bill. And Emma looked at me, and she's like, have you lost your mind? And I was like, you know what? I have, but for some reason that just made me feel so good. I hope he doesn't go snort crack and like die because I just gave him so much money. But sometimes I just feel like even when you're at the grocery store, there's always opportunities to just give a little bit and put that good vibe out there. You know, at the grocery store, they'll say, do you want to give to breast cancer awareness? I always do. Do you want to give like the food bank or whatever? I always do, because I just feel like that is good vibrations. And I always want my vibration to be high, because if, God forbid, anything ever happened to me, I want that good vibe to come back to me. Or I just want to live like that. I just want to be that kind of bitch. That's all. That's all. Amen. Okay, I'll stop because we're already 5 minutes in and I'm not even reading. So if you don't have enough money, the last thing you would normally do is feel grateful for your bills. But in fact, that's exactly what you have to do to receive more money in your life. Now, Rhonda, I don't know if I'm buying this, but let's go. To have a rich life, you must be grateful for everything to do with money, and begrudging your bills is not being grateful. You must do the exact opposite, which is to be grateful for the goods or services you've received from those who build you. It is such a simple thing to do, but it will have a monumental effect on the money in your life. You will literally become a money magnet. Ooh, that sounds fun. So I think she's talking about like basically being grateful for the people who provided you the service that you're paying the bill for, not for the bill or for having to pay the bill. But I will tell you, every time I pay my American Express bill every month for my business, I say thank you, thank you, thank you. And I get excited about it because it's providing me all these things for my life and my business and my cute wardrobe or whatever. And I should be grateful, right? Or else I'm not going to get more of that. So anyway, To be grateful for a bill, think about how much you've benefited from the service or goods on the bill. Yeah, see, I'm right. If it's payment for rent or a mortgage, be grateful that you have a home and that you're living in it. What if the only way you could live in a home was by saving up all the money and paying cash for it? What if there was no such thing as lending institutions or places to rent? Most of us would be living on the streets. So be grateful to the lending institutions or your landlord because they have made it possible for you to live in a home or an apartment. She's right. And it's too late tonight for me to pay bills, but tomorrow I'm going to do this. I promise. Promise. Okay, so she goes through all the different things and the ways and the everything. So ever since I discovered the phenomenal power of gratitude, I write the magic words, thank you - paid on every bill as I pay it, and I never miss a single one. Now, does anyone even do bills? I know that in the Elkman family, we're probably the only people in the year 2024 who have a giant checkbook ledger that we actually write real live bills. Real life checks for our business, which don't even get me started, but this is the way we do it. So I'm going to start writing thank you paid on all those because, but even when you're doing it online, don't you get a paper bill? Or maybe you don't. I don't know. We get paper bills because we're like 100-year-old people. We do everything like it's 1951. Anyway, today you're going to do the same. Take any currently unpaid bill you have and use gratitude's magical power by writing across them. Thank you for the money and feel grateful for having the money to pay the bill, whether you have it or not. And, here she goes. If you receive your bills online, then when you receive an online bill, forward it to yourself as an email and write in the subject line in capital bold letters, thank you for the money. I know y'all are all going to do that. Well, let's try it. Fuck it. Let's try it. Next, find 10 bills you paid in the past and write across the front of each one the magic words, thank you - paid. As you write on each bill, feel as grateful as you possibly can that you had the money to pay the bill. Feeling gratitude for the money you've paid out guarantees you'll receive more. The abundance you receive back depends not on how much money you give, but on how much gratitude you give. You could have so much gratitude when you pay a bill for $50 that you could receive back hundreds of dollars. Well, let's just see if this happens. I like it. All right, so today, here's what you're going to do. I like this. I'm going to really do this tomorrow and not forget. Okay, number 1, count your blessings and do all 10. Oh, by the way, I forgot to do that today. And right before I went to go record this, I did my 10. And I'm very proud. I've not missed a day yet. And I missed it this morning because I had an early call and I had to hurry up. Anyway, so I am very proud of myself that I did it. And I hope you're all doing it because I really think it's crucial. It's just a habit. You got to make it a habit. Do your 10 blessings. Take any current unpaid bills you have. Use gratitude's magical power and write across each one, thank you for the money. Feel grateful for having the money to pay the bill, whether you have it or not. Take 10 bills you've paid in the past and write across the front of each one the magic words, thank you, paid. Feel truly grateful that you had the money to pay the bill. Then before you go to sleep, take your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words, thank you, for the best thing that happened during the day. I really am still loving that so much because then I go through the whole day in my mind before I go to sleep. And I'm just blown away by all the good things that happen in one day that just would have gone unnoticed otherwise. So anyway, let me know how you're doing. I love to hear from y'all. It makes me feel like I'm not crazy doing this all by myself on an island. And tomorrow is Magic Dust, everyone. Oh, another crazy Magic Dust one. Yay! I love it. All right, let me know how you're doing. Tag me on Instagram and I will post all your fun stuff. And I will see you bitches tomorrow. Bye.